こんにちは、マンチェスター日本探検隊のメンバーです。今日はあいにくものすごく寒くて雨が降ってるんでこんなジャケットを着ていますけど、今日はどこへ皆さんお連れするでしょうか。じゃあお楽しみに。
Just experience really. It's just a case of knowing where and when. See, what we need to do with this tree is see all the inner twigs and all the inner branches. They need to be cleaned out because they're not getting any light anyway, so they'll eventually die off. Yeah. Okay, so they need to be. They need this inside, do they? Yeah. Whereabouts is it? Yeah, so it's obviously getting plenty of light, isn't it? And it's quite happy, like.
We got it up there. You know the man from the club who comes to
Mark, yeah?
Yeah, we got it up there.
Nice.
It was...
How long have you had it?
Oh God, when did we last in February? Because we didn't go to March because everyone was there for February.
It's a bit late now, but what you should have done is you should have repotted it to some nice soil mix.
Oh no, we did that with the other one. You know the other one?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Can I have a name?
It's Doug Mud.
Doug. Thank you so much for today. So you are a member of Wheelock Bonsai Society. How long you are member?
The society has been formed now since about 1985, something like that. I've been a member now for probably 20 years.
How did you get interested in bonsai?
Well, I suppose I've always been interested in trees and particularly wood. I'm a part-time carpenter now, so I enjoy working with wood. It's just a natural progression to work with the material that provides me with the wood. And I just love small trees.
I see.
It's an outlet for my artistic side.
I see. So how have you been enjoying 20 years a long time?
It's quite frustrating on occasion. There's a limit to the vision you have, which is why I joined the club.
Everybody's got a story,
Because you can then feed off other club members, you get better ideas. Andy's just told me where to position that branch, for instance, because I'd struggled with it to position. I couldn't see the right place for it. Fresh set of eyes.
I see.
It's now in the place it needs to be.
I see. How many bonsai trees you have at home?
Probably 15 to 20 I have.
Wow.
That's not so many. I think if you asked anybody else in the club, they'd probably have at least 30 or 40.
Oh, I see.
But I have other interests as well that take me away from home.
Oh, I see. Wow, amazing. So, this one you're working on, how long have you been working on?
This is, so far it's been a 5-year project.
5 years, wow.
It was a shrub in border of somebody's garden, and it was dug up by a landscape garden friend of mine who put it in a pot, and then I've worked on it slowly over the last 5 years.
Was it dug up and one thrown away? Wow, that's amazing. So you rescued it?
Yes, we rescued it, and it's probably, like I say, I've been working on it for 5 years. It's probably another 2 years away from being in show condition.
So you are also a member?
Yes,
of this,
Wheelock Bonsai Society.
Tell me how long you've been doing this?
I've been doing bonsai for about 15 years now.
As a member?
As a member of Wheelock for about 12 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was really sort of a bit in the wilderness. There was not a lot of information available, good books to read. I was like pottering along, doing bits and pieces, and then obviously I met with the Bonsai Society locally and stuff. Taught me most of what I know now. I've learned a lot more from these than I have from books and stuff like that.
I bet.
So
how first of all you got interested in bonsai?
I had a house where I lived. It didn't have a garden. It only had like a little yard. I was growing things in pots. And I thought, well, rather than just doing bedding plants, and what else can I do? And I thought, well, I can grow trees in pots. And that's what's got me onto it.
I see. But where did you get the idea of bonsai? Bonsai is a Japanese thing. And did you know about bonsai?
I think I just probably saw pictures. I might have seen a picture somewhere once, and I just thought, yeah, I'll have a go. So I got myself a beginner's book, bought a couple of cheap trees, and it went from there.
So you must have thought, oh, this is perfect. I can grow small trees.
Small trees, in my yard. Because I've always enjoyed growing. So, yeah, it suited me absolutely.
I see. So tell me about this tree then?
This is a Korean hornbeam. I bought it about 4 years ago. There's not a lot else to tell. It's
So you
to
bought
the
it
stage.
as a bonsai? It was only bonsai?
well, it wasn't styled like this. It was more like that. Yeah, it was
all over.
yeah, it was all straight and over the years we've wired it and pruned it and just gradually shaped the branches, and it's getting this quite nice sort of design in it now.
So it's just the leaves are coming out now.
Yeah, just starting to open now.
It is quite different for the deciduous ones
Yeah.
when the leaves are gone and leaves are out, right?
Yeah.
So you have to take that into consideration when you make
Yeah, it's deciduous trees. They should be shown in winter when there's no leaves on them. So you can so you can see all the branch structure and how well the tree's been grown.
Is that how?
Because when they've got leaves on them, you can disguise all
That's right,
sorts. You can disguise faults.
That's right.
The trunk could look absolutely awful,
Yeah,
but you
but
wouldn't
you
see
can
it because
see-
of the leaves. But in winter, you can see every bit.
That's right. Is that how it should be done?
Yeah, deciduous trees should be shown in winter, really.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is
So you can see
perfect
the
now. You
structure.
can see both now.
Yeah, you can see both now, can't you? Yeah, just in between. Yeah.
I see.
But you can see the sort of branch structure I'm trying to develop. You know, very twiggy and sort of balanced.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. So how long does it take to complete this?
They're never finished, are they?
Oh, really? It keeps changing.
Yeah, well, because they're always growing.
Ah.
They're really never finished.
I
but
see.
to get them to a stage, like show, this I'd be happy showing in our sort of club show. I wouldn't go to any other show bigger with it because it's not really that good yet. But
I see. Interesting. That's true. It keeps changing.
yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome.
How can you create the new buds from here?
By pruning back, by cutting back here,
Yeah.
that will send where the energy of the tree, the energy is being drawn up in the spring through the tree, and it's sending all the energy to get to the terminal buds here, right? So by pruning back, we stop the energy, and the energy starts popping buds. There's a chemical reaction.
Yeah, amazing. So even from this,
Eventually, not this year, but eventually we keep doing the same things over and over every year. We eventually will have
come out.
it'll bud back. If you look closely, see there's one there. See, there's one there, and if you look all over the tree, you'll probably see little tiny
I
buds
can see
popping.
this one.
Yeah, another one there. Yeah. Well, that's because the tree's been pruned back and pruned back and pruned back over the years.
Oh my gosh, look at that tiny thing. Oh look, I can see that here
Yeah.
too. Oh.
See that's nature. That's how good nature is, you know.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
So
amazing.
the front of the tree is actually there now. That's as you look at it now.
That's
That's
like,
the front of the tree.
that's like I like trees and plants, and they are just amazingly so strong, you know.
Where this black is here.
Yeah, why is it black?
Well, we're going to carve with power tools. We're going to carve right in, deep, right into the tree there, to hollow it all out, to make it look really, really old. Okay, right the way up where the
Did you
black
mark
is.
it?
I marked it with a pen, yeah. So that's what we're going to do with that tree
see.
there.
So you're sort of faking it, I'm sorry to say that, but you're faking the age of this one.
Yeah, well,
here.
that's what bonsai is. The whole bonsai is a fake. Yeah.
I've seen in Japan the real old one, that 400 years or something. Like what do you call that? Plum tree, especially with the trunk is like they go like fall.
That's right, yeah.
Inside.
Yeah.
I just see the real one.
Yeah.
So you want to make it somewhat
That's right.
like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But you can create that age group
Yeah.
intentionally,
By
mechanically.
carving,
Yeah. Is this tree happy about it though?
Yeah, because this is dead anyway.
Oh really?
All this is dead. The only thing that's alive on a tree is the bark, the roots, the bark, the cambium layer, which is below the bark, and the leaves. The heartwood of a tree is dead. The heartwood of a tree is only there to support the structure of the tree. Right? So that's all dead anyway. So
So
that-
the water's not going up there?
No, the water's going up here under the bark in the cambium layer. All the nutrients in the water are
Oh,
travelling
because
up
no
there.
bark here?
No.
Oh, I see. So that's why it's okay to
Yeah.
cut it.
Yeah.
So yeah, how about this one? This one looks still need some work. But
Yeah.
tell me about this story.
This tree was originally, a friend of mine is a landscape gardener, and when he does gardens for people, if he's digging up any of their old shrubs or trees, instead of putting them in a skip or burning them, he brings them to me, and I train them into bonsai.
Wonderful.
This particular tree, when it was dug up out of the garden, it was
So
about,
it was going to be thrown away?
it was going to be thrown away
Okay.
or burnt.
Right, yeah.
It was about, I'd say about 3 metres wide. The foliage was about 3 metres wide.
Wow.
And eventually it was planted into a big box, big wooden box, because the roots ball on it was so big. The root ball has been reduced every other year to get smaller, smaller and smaller, so we can eventually get into a bonsai pot. The foliage has been reduced back slowly, 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 so that eventually we can train this tree as a bonsai.
How long it's been already?
About 7 years.
7 years already. Wow.
Yeah.
How many more years you believe?
I would say probably another 5 years before it could probably be classed as a bonsai.
Wow. Tree would have been thrown away and burned unless you saved
unless
it.
I saved it, yeah.
So did you have any other experience of saving trees?
Nearly every tree in my collection has been saved from being burnt or thrown in a skip.
Wow.
It's all been, most of my collection has come from like a friend of mine who's a landscape gardener, and rather than burn the trees or throw them in a skip, he's brought them to me, and I've trained them into bonsai over a long period of time.
Wow, so you rescued so many trees.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wonderful. So yeah, would you tell me how you got interested in bonsai?
Well, first of all, I studied karate from when I was a young boy, and I trained in karate for about 20 years, and because of the karate I became interested in Japanese culture. I was interested in Japanese art and the Japanese way of life, and a friend of mine who was also trained in karate bought his mum 3 bonsai trees as a present. At the time, probably they were only twigs in pots really, but these trees fascinated me, and I was became almost obsessed with these little twigs in pots, and at the time there was no internet. There was very little people doing bonsai in Britain, and all I could do was get as much books out the library and as much information from books and the odd magazine as I possibly could. And then the bonsai eventually took over from the karate because I didn't have time to do both. I eventually joined the WィラルBonsai Society, which was formed around about 1989, and I learned the very basics from meeting like-minded people. People who knew a little bit more about horticulture than I knew, because I was never good at horticulture. I didn't know anything about plants, but I was always interested, and I was good at art at school, so I was more into the artistic side of bonsai than the horticultural side. Although I have learnt a lot about the artistic side, more so now, it was really the horticultural side that I had to learn a lot about because I knew nothing about it whatsoever. Then eventually I met a guy who'd written in magazines, a guy called Tony Tickle, and he sort of helped me bring out my potential, if you like, potential that I had a feeling inside of me that was always there, but I needed someone to just put me in the right direction and get me on the right track to discover proper bonsai. and then through him I met more advanced people who knew more about bonsai than the local people that I knew, and I started going to national shows and international shows, and I learned a lot from seeing these fantastic trees. Some of them had been imported from Japan, others have been collected from the mountains of Europe.
Thank you. I just wondered, first of all, why do you think you got so obsessed with these little twigs?
With bonsai?
Yeah.
Something just stirred, something about them stirred something inside me, the same as the martial arts did when I first became involved in karate, and there was something unique about it, something that was sort of alien to the Westerner. Something about the Japanese way that's what I like the Japanese form of bonsai, as I liked the Japanese form of the martial arts as well. It was something about the Japanese way, the whole Japanese attitude to arts.
So Ian, will you tell me what is it about Japanese culture you think you like so much?
I think going back to when I was a young boy, I think it probably started with my mum and dad taking me to see a James Bond film. It was based in Japan. You Only Live Twice, I think it was called. And something about the Japanese way and the Japanese culture intrigued me. And it was something sort of I found I was unable to reach out and touch it. There was something mystical about it which I couldn't explain, I couldn't put my finger on. And it was from that moment onwards that I really I wanted to do karate, and I wanted to pursue something that was involved something that the Japanese had developed, and that's why I became quite enamoured with the Japanese culture.
Thank you. So Ian, what do you say about the art of bonsai? How is it different from other art like paintings?
Well, bonsai is different in where a painting is two-dimensional. Bonsai has probably got 5 dimensions. You've got the third dimension of bonsai, where it's a 3D image rather, where a painting is a 2D image. You've got a 4th dimension in bonsai, is that it continues to grow, and a 5th dimension, whereas a bonsai tree will only improve with age. That's how it's different to ordinary painting.
Or any ordinary art that stays.
Yeah.
The bonsai keeps growing.
Bonsai changes constantly.
Changes constantly.
Yeah, where if you finish when you paint a picture of a landscape or a model or whatever, once that painting is finished, it's finished.
It's finished.
A bonsai is never finished. Bonsai continues to grow, and it will change and change with age, and it will get better with age if it's looked after properly.
That's wonderful. You said to me once that doing bonsai is relaxing. Would you elaborate on it?
Yeah, well, at the time it was sort of it was, as I was doing karate is very, very hard and physically and mentally demanding. The bonsai was the perfect relaxation to the karate. Once you'd finished in the dojo, physically and mentally drained with the very physical demands of karate, I could come home and I could relax by working on my trees, losing yourself emotionally, almost like a zen. It was perfect for the karate.
I thought maybe if I tried to do a bonsai, it's such an intricate, meticulous work you have to do, and I might get frustrated.
Yeah.
But you don't feel that way. That
Well,
it's
yeah, you still get frustrated with bonsai, even after you've done it for many, many years. It's very frustrating. It's very the minute detail can lead to frustration, but part of the mind, you've got to overcome that frustration. You've got to learn how to overcome your problems. It's the same as life in general, isn't it? Your mind has to work out how to overcome your problems, and bonsai is just the same.
And then so then you can feel relaxed.
Yeah, it's
walking.
very relaxed. It's almost like a form of meditation. Yeah, you can put some music on, you can play some nice music in the background when you're working on your trees.
Oh, how is it the same as a meditation?
Well, because you become, when you're working on your trees and you're styling them, you're pruning them, you're wiring them, you almost become one with nature.
I see. So don't think about anything else.
No, just think about the tree.
Absorbed in it.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a beautiful story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.